Welcome back to Rimworld. Now, this is going to be a little bit different because things went bad. At the end of the last episode... where do we even start with this one? From a storyteller's perspective, it looked like the end. We had just taken on a new colonist, and they had brought a raider with them. That raider had killed them, despite the fact they were wearing armor and had a heavy machine gun, in a medieval scenario. I had one person who was down from blood loss, despite the fact that they were wearing armor and had a sword. They were beaten by a shirtless man with an axe. They were rescued by our local pacifist wimp, who went berserk halfway through carrying him home. And when the raider from the Empire decided to kidnap him, my pacifist wimp beat him to death. Only to then be beaten to death, well, near death himself, by an antelope. So at the end of the last episode, everybody was down. And yeah, it looked like the end. But as it turns out, that wasn't the end of the colony. No, the end of the colony was some kind of weird mod conflict that I was unable to resolve. I went on the Discord, I asked for help, I went through the mod order, tried to fish out bugs, and no matter what we did, it was unfixable. And this has also taught me the importance of having previous saves. Because last time we had used commitment mode instead of the reload anytime, which would let me keep multiple saves. Had I done that, I might have been able to go back and reload a save and try it over again. But I didn't. And that's on me. And so that colony is done. But we're not done with the medieval world yet. I can't let it rest that our colony died because of a mod conflict. So what we're going to do is we're going to start over. I have learned a lot more about modding, particularly the mod order of things, because mod order is important. And I knew that, but I didn't know enough about that. So with a little bit of help, I've gone through, redone my mods, and now we're going to try again. I also think that starting in the desert was ambitious, to say the least. The fact is, starting in a desert is hard for a normal landing, much less a primitive medieval one. One that is going to be heavily reliant on wood, yet has none. Even if you start with the tribals, just the default Rimworld tribal start, it at least starts you with tree sowing, so you can grow wood. So that colony was probably doomed to failure anyway. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pick the same settings we did last time. We're going to strive to survive because it's the difficult one without being too over the top. You go blood and dust or losing is fun, and they basically just try to kill you. They short you on resources. They throw things that are well above what you're supposed to be able to handle. So we're going to skip that. We're going to go reload anytime because this time we're going to have backups. Any seed? Let's go with Second Wind, because that's what this is. And this time around, we're not going to go with a desert, which means our options are going to be a little bit hard. So let's make the map a little bit bigger. We're going to pick a random site, but this time around, I want two things. Number one, the growing period. I want a 30-day growing period. That's it. 30 days. It would be far too easy if we had a year-round growing period. We would never have to worry about food again, except for the beginning. And lastly, no deserts. No desert, no arid. I want a temperate area. So let's see what we can do. Desert, desert, boreal, tundra. There we go. A temperate forest, 30-day growing period. Zoom in a little bit. It is mountainous. Not my first choice, but we'll make it work. It is far away from anyone. But I think this will be fine. Let's go. As for people, let's see. Already I don't want you. You have asthma. So do you. So do you. Wow. Okay, so our starting choices. Perhaps I should just ignore the health options then. What we do need. We need plants. We need plants. We need to have someone who can at least start with heal root. If we can get that. Plants 6 is not high enough. Plants 5 is not high enough. Alright, then at least somebody with a passion in it. Maybe. Is there anyone that we can kind of do without? Well, your passions are just amazing, so we definitely can't get rid of you. Actually, all of your skills are, like, really good. Well, I suppose in a temperate area we can scavenge some. No, I think this is about the best we're going to get. Alright. Let's go ahead and just start it. Generating the map. Now see, when I pictured this, I never pictured doing this in a mountainous area, so that's probably going to make things a little bit more difficult than I originally thought. And again, mountains do make for good cover, so perhaps we can make that work for us. Alright, so we've all read this before. This is, of course, our second take at this. Wow, okay. This has some potential. Is that under mountain? No, it's not. This could actually end up being a very defensible location. I would move back here, but honestly, we could probably make something out of this right here, too. And you know what? I think we will. I'm thinking that we'll just build like a wall right across here and roof this in, and we'll turn this into one big building. Yeah, that's going to do it. But first, of course, we know that we have an incoming raid. So, Feyna, I want you in the heavy armor. I want you to wear a helmet. And I want you to have... not a gladius. Where is our big sword? There it is. You take the big sword. Who's next? Potts and Silo. Potts. Take a helmet. Take some armor. Take gladius. Take a shield. And Silo. Take some armor. Take a helmet. Take a sword. Take a shield. And everyone else, if we're going to do this, then let's just do it. Let's allow everything on the map. And we're not going to have to wait long, we know that. So this is where it ends while we're waiting for them to show up. Yeah, that looks good, just like that. So how do we want to organize the front of this soon-to-be castle? Let's just extend this outward like this. Ooh. That doesn't actually do us any good right now. However, a geothermal vent can still be used as a kind of hotspot for when the winter comes. It'll give a good place for people to take shelter out of the cold. This also gives us kind of an option for outlining this area. Because I'm thinking that we'll put the building here with everything in it, you know, all the benches, storage, everything else. We'll turn this into fields, and also our defensive line will be right back here, so that we'll just fight people in this big open area. A wall over here will help funnel them in. Yeah, I like the way that works. So, let's go ahead and get this started. Oh, one more thing to plan first. Let's bring this over, just so we know where things square off. Now what do we have here? We have slate, and we have sandstone. And limestone. Okay. 3 kinds of stone. That means that we'll have enough for walls, floors, and furniture as soon as we can get that up and running. While you guys are waiting, please chop some trees. And everybody can chop trees. And that sound means they're here. If you'll just give me a moment while I fix this. No, I'm going to leave you on growing because if you want to eat around here, you're going to have to help grow. No doctoring for you. I don't want you to accidentally kill people. Okay, thank you for being so patient while you're raiding us. Where are you? You're over here. Yep, looks bad. But I think we'll make this. So we need a place where we can tuck in and kind of make this work. Let's all just put our backs up against the wall. As a matter of fact, I want you here, you here, you here. And just in case they fall, be ready to come up behind them. This is the first raid. It shouldn't be that hard. Alright, get them. Don't let them gang up. Come on. And you 3, let's see. Who of you is good with plants? You are. You take the axe. Well, let's see. You take the sword. And you can have the mace. And they're all poor quality, but we'll get that fixed as soon as we can. So we're going to need some furniture, so we have places to tend. It's more spots than we need, but, you know, we'll make do. No bed rest, though. Now, did anyone take any wounds that we need to worry about? Bruises. Bruises. No. No injuries we need to worry about. So, unlike last time where we had someone who ended up with infections right off the bat, this time, no infections. Alright, one other thing we need to take care of before we go too much further, of course, is a place to put the corpses. because people are just not going to want to look at corpses. I know, it's a crazy thought. No one wants to look at corpses. Okay. Clear everything because we don't want to have the stone in there. We just want animal corpses and human corpses. But not all the animal corpses. We want the animal corpses here, but only the ones that are fresh. Now, two things that we need to get done right off the bat. So, first things first, we do need to get planting, because we're going to need food. Second thing second, or maybe first, we're going to need bows, so that we can go hunting. So, recurve bows, both of these. And to make that happen, I'm going to turn on manual. No, not you. Get that set too. And then I want, I believe it's crafting up. Now, only 2 people will be able to make bows at one time, so I'm not too worried about that. Everyone else, I will have them start gardening. Zones. Here we go. So I want to have about 16 of these zones. 16, 17. So it looks like I can have zones that are about 2 wide, which is fine because, or 2 long because they're going to be really wide. Just like this. There we go. Let me just come up here and we can do this. There's a handy trick for you. And because it's already subdivided. Yeah, see, look at that. That is beautiful right there. That's gorgeous. Alright, now we just need to set them. So, I want to have a little bit of everything. So, wheat. Wasabi? No. Maybe later, though. Sugarcane? No. Strawberries. Soybeans. Rice. Pumpkins. Potatoes, you already set. Peppers. Peas. Onions. Onions are good. Hay grass, mostly for flooring. Eggplants. Corn plants. Cabbage plants. Beet plants. Oh, well, they'll learn, okay? And then we're gonna need some cotton. And over here, some heel root, which also they don't know how to grow yet, but they'll learn. They will learn. Also, get these bodies out of here. And also, we are going to need some steel right off the bat. That's granite wall. Also, that's a warg. Gotta watch out for him. I'm not too concerned. Right now, there should be plenty of game on the map for him to eat that's not us. More ruins? Maybe? I was kind of hoping for steel walls that I could deconstruct easily, but I guess not. Okay, well, there's more than one way to do this, so we'll just mine out some ore and we'll do it that way. And I also want to get a wall up. 170 wood. And this is 33 on the inside. So I want to go about 17 in. So 17, right there. And I could put a door. Ooh, what about a different door, though? Not a regular door. Actually, I don't think I can put a big door in there yet. I think I have to research that. So it'll have to be a regular door for now. Oh, and that brings me to another thing that's changed. Now, since we went ahead and chose what kind of biome we're going to be in, I thought a temperate biome is going to be the easier one to do. Ah, party. Fantastic. A temperate biome is going to be the easier one to do because we're going to have more resources. And really, we need those resources because otherwise, oh boy. Yeah, this is going to get bad. Okay, we do have some bows. Good. I'm getting distracted here, though. Oh, also we need to do this. So many things to keep track of. Copy, paste, 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 paste. I need to look for night owls, too. Also, one thing that I nearly forgot. The holy horseshoe pin. Praise be unto it. So, as I was saying, we did pick the biome, and I wanted to make things a little bit more difficult than they normally would be because it's supposed to be challenging. And so I installed a mod called Random Research. What this is it basically takes research out of my hands. I still have research down here, but I can no longer choose what to research. That means that I will get research benches down, and then after that, the pawns are on their own. They will choose what they want to research. I mean, I say choose as if they're really doing any choosing, but you get the idea. So, will we get something useful? Will we not get something useful? I don't know. It's going to come down largely to what they choose, and we'll have to adapt to what they do. So, pots and silo. I want you to take these bows. And... oh, now you're going to bed. Okay. No. These guys are easy enough to kill. Let's get 3 of them. As soon as you get up in the morning. Because you're not starving yet, you're just hungry. Alright, they're all going to get some sleep, so that's good. Now you're starving. That gives us a chance while they're sleeping to go through who do we have here. So, Winterzy. Cave child grown up to be a scout. Staggeringly ugly jogger. Who likes to be underground. Which is just say they like to be inside more than they like to be outside. And I guess if I was staggeringly ugly, I would too. Betty Richards. An abrasive psychopath. Just a regular cave child who turned into a herder. Or a hearth tender, not a herder. Okay. I mean, just please don't kill anyone. Elia Berg, a hideaway turned hearth tender. Also an undergrounder with a great memory. Lots of undergrounders. That'll be good if we ever have to hide inside for a long time. Which, you know, we might. Silo Rodat, tribal child turned hearth tender. Also an undergrounder. That just... What about this? Katsumi Potts. Scavenger turned warrior. Also a psychopath. But, I mean, I guess if you're a warrior, being a psychopath is kind of a good thing. Psychopaths really don't care about people being left unburied or anything like that. Which explains, I guess, why everyone's moods are still decent after working around all those corpses. And Faina Wintersy, are you related to Winter? Social. Yeah. Mother, daughter. Look at that. Oh, wow. You've only been here for one day and you already hate people. Ah, I see. It's because you're a misandrist. You hate anyone who is a man. So, how you got a daughter? I don't know. Okay, we have another bow out now. Who's our next? Winter. Equip that. We just got another bow. Faina. Equip that one. And we're going to need a butcher's table. Where do we want to put it? We'll put it over here. Yeah, we'll put that there. The stove, we'll put this here. And even though it's really not good to put them close to each other, I just kind of want them over here out of the way for the time being. And when these two bows are finished up, that should be the last of them. There we go. That's one done. Who's next to get a bow? Elia. Come get your bow. And Betty. Betty. There. You come get your bow. Okay. Now we're going to get the wall done. That'll lock everything inside. There's the first of those. Everybody is starving. So, in the meantime, let's just get this down here. Butcher the creature. I'd rather if they didn't eat raw food, but in this case, raw is better than nothing. And no one's eating it. On any other time, I'd be proud of you. Okay, because it's still set in an old one. So for the time being, go ahead, have some raw food. And you didn't even make it to the food. Well, we tried. Okay, so while they're out doing that, I do want to get this roofed in. We're going to need to build some supports. Yeah. I know, there's trees in here. They won't be for long. A little bit more. Come on, here we go. There we go. So we'll let them roof all of this in. Oh, good. Butcher creature, do forever. Now we can get rid of this spot. You guys are chopping down lots of wood. That's good, because perhaps we can turn those or that into proper beds. Wouldn't beds be nice? Beds would be nice. Except for whoever's sleeping there. They're going to have an awful time. Alright, so there's still more of these ibex... ibexes? I'm not sure what they are. I don't even know what an ibex is. I mean, I guess that's what Google is for. And you're still wandering aimlessly in a daze. I wish you would get over that. Did you ever get anything to eat? Yeah, you got something to eat. You're hungry, but you're not starving. Not yet, anyway. Let's see. I also want to get this redrawn a little bit. Because if this is going to be the front line of our big building over here, we'll need a second wall behind it so that we have kind of a combat-ready area. So, how many spaces would I want to make that? I'm thinking just make that 2 wide. We can adjust it later on. So we would want to have a second wall back there. That'll be something to take care of later. Alright, looks like they're done with the roofs. And that's as far as the roofs will stretch. So, I want... Let's use these wooden columns. I want to put a column there. I want to put a column there. Column there, and see how that works. And they got all the beds built. Good. No more sleeping spots. Also, corpse. Go away. Major break risk. Yeah, well, I'm sure. Things are going to be awful for a little bit. And it looks like all the columns are in, but that's still not quite enough. So let's put one there, and one there. See if that does it. Come on. Please get the roof done. No, never mind. Everyone's going to bed. I suppose that's alright, though. They deserve sleep. Am I going to need another column over here? Another thing that I could do. Okay, there's only 2 things that I can even harvest in the home area. Oh, no, wait. There's a column going in right there. Okay, that's done. Alright. Turn the green off. We don't need the green. It's so dark in here. However, unlike the desert colony, this one will be able to have lamps. Alright, so we do still have a little bit of meat left over. Yeah, I still don't want nothing, none of that. There are so many predators on the map right now. Alright. Let's go... It's a little bit risky, but let's take these boomalopes. Yep, it was risky. Get back. Would you people, you know, run away, please? Thank you. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Since they explode, means we're not going to get anything from that one. Yeah, generally if they're hunting, they'll run in there and grab the corpse before it can burn up. But if they're not hunting, they just leave it. And a mad rat. Something we do need to set is... You all need to defend yourselves. Good shot. We can eat that too. And we're going to need some steel. So we can get a stove. So if I can have some of my miners go and take care of that real fast. And we've got another geyser right there. Helixing geyser, which we have no use for. There's another geothermal geyser right there. It's a pity that we don't have any electricity in this run, because this would just be amazing. Oh well, future colonies. Okay, and it started to rain. That's good. That'll put out the fires. Alright, so while they're sleeping, let's do some planning. Well, I'll turn on the night vision. It's not actually night vision, but it looks like night vision. Alright, so we're going to put a wall in here. I think that means that I'm going to move this up here. And the stove will go right there next to it. I think that means that I could put food storage over here. We'll need to move some of these beds. So move that one up there. Actually, no, we won't move that one up there. We'll move it all the way up here. Because then we'll just move the rest of this line up one. And we should be able to get the stove done soon. We've got more than enough steel. Yeah, it's got all the steel it needs. It just needs more work now. Okay, so since we have no method of really preserving anything, pemmican is going to be our best bet. Any meat that we get, I would like to go straight into pemmican. And simple meals we can just make out of whatever. Okay, and here is our first major milestone. It's time to name the colony. And I think that given the time we're at right now, this is a good place to take a break. So that's exactly what we're going to do. If there's any suggestions for what we should name this faction and colony, go ahead, leave them in the comments, and if there are none, then I'll just pick something at random the next time we come back. So I look forward to that, and until the next time, take care.